Hello, everybody, and welcome to Diaspo TV. I pray you all are well and blessed and highly favored. Listen, guys, I would like to thank Diaspo TV for this beautiful show. I like to thank them and like to thank Mr. Allen and all the beautiful shows such as this, and Mr. Donald. We appreciate you for doing all what you're doing behind the scenes, in front of the camera, everything, etc., etc. But today, guys, guess who I have on today? I have an extraordinary person on here today who is anointed and appointed, and I'm telling you, he has so many jobs. He's a barber, he's a musical extraordinaire, he's anointed and appointed. I'm telling you, he's a DJ. So if you guys need a DJ and a singer, he's the one to call. Mr. Mattew Randall, better known as MR. Yay! Show us some love! How you doing today?
How are you?
I'm blessed, just like you. How you doing? How you doing? It's been a minute. It's been a minute. So, the first thing I would like for you to tell us is your name, which I already said, where you're from, who you are now. Because before we get started, I want to tell you guys that I've had the privilege to work with him in how many bands? 2, 3, a couple of bands, and we've been doing this since we were youngsters. We still young, hey. But anyway, so we go a long way back, So, and I'm here to tell you, he's easy to work with. So cool cat, as you can see. Love the fit as always. Very good entertainer. So tell us your name and where you're from and where you got started with this musical journey.
Well, my name is MR Productions, from a small town here in South Florida, Boynton Beach, Palm Beach County, 561, you know what I'm saying, representing Cherry Hill.
All right, now.
I already know, you know what I'm saying, and that's where I'm from, and that's my name, man. You know, I've been doing this music thing for a little minute, as you know, and just want to come on here and first of all just say thank you.
You're welcome.
For allowing me to be on here and Mr. Allen in their studios. It's really nice in here, and thanks for having me here to, we'll talk about it later, but I'm getting ready to do a documentary on my musical journey.
Right.
My story, so I wanted this to be
how cool is that?
Part of that, yeah. So I'm just going around doing interviews and doing, just taking different knowledge and information of my musical background and story. So.
Oh, okay. So you said you've been doing this for however many years. So I want to know, what we want to know is, how did you get started? Did you come from a musical background, or you just came out of the blue and said, Mom, Dad, I want to sing? I mean, how did you discover this journey and that you wanted to do this?
Yeah. It's crazy because I never did want to do this. I was kind of just...
So it chose you is what you're saying. Yeah, it usually does.
It chose me.
Yeah.
From the beginning, I have a musical family, you know, and the Lewis family in Boynton Beach. If anybody knows, Miss Leona Lewis is my mom. She sang from St. John Missionary Baptist Church in Boynton. You know, we all came up in the church and started like that, and she sang in the choir and had us in church and sang in the choirs and different things like that. And so we get started, I want to just present this picture. I brought this with me. This is my guardian angel right here. If everybody can see it, this is my oldest brother, James Lewis. As you can see, he is the first one to kind of start this, you know, back in the day, before internet and social media and all of that. Then we had 45 albums and cassette tapes and CDs, and now it's this digital thing. But he started, he had a band, he was able to, he was with a local label. I don't know too much about it because I was a baby when of course he did his thing, and he was just able to cut a 45. And
what was the name of the song?
What is this right there? Having My Baby.
Having My
Baby. And another lady, you can see her name on there. It's a duet that another lady did.
Okay.
Yeah. So he started that, and we have musical people, family.
In the family, right.
In the family, whatever.
That's what makes it so grand, doesn't it?
Yeah.
What a blessing.
And
Wow.
then I just kind of in high school, well, first of all, before I started singing, I was dancing. Back in the day, they
yes,
had
that's where I remembered you from,
like
with the
dance. You know what I'm saying? So, back in our day or time, we was coming up when as I was saying to you, we had the Black Awareness festivals and the Roots Festival and talent shows and skate rings and splash parties and softball and baseball tournaments out on the Wilson Center and my brother Mark, he used to dance and sing, and he used to DJ. That's where I get my DJing skills.
Okay.
Singing skills just from everybody in the family.
Okay, cool.
And Miss Pat. What's her?
My cousin Pat.
Pat. I met her.
Credit
She
Jones,
I used to sing with a local group back in the day as well, and she saw me and my group singing at one of the Black Heritage Festival shows.
In Boynton, was it? Yeah.
And it was in Boynton, and she picked me out the group, whatever, and had an audition for a group down in Miami called DG, the Distinguished Gentleman.
Okay.
And they was looking for a new member. I had to go and sing and dance and do my little thing, whatever, and I got the part or whatever, and I was with them for like 3 years. That's how I kind of started my professional journey.
Okay.
Just used to sing and dance at the talent shows.
I remember you dancing more than anything. Okay, this is amazing. Never knew that about you. As much as I worked with you, I never knew that. I only knew Mark because I've sang with Mark a couple of times.
And I've seen you sing with my brother.
Yeah.
And that's how you kind of first
were introduced. Right. Yeah. Okay. So what I heard you say that you were picked out from this group from my cousin Pat Credit Jones. So what was the name of the group that you were performing with when she picked you out of the group, discovered you per se?
That's a good question because I don't even remember. I don't even know what my group name was. We just came. I had a good friend of mine, high school classmate. Didn't know he sang because I was always into music. So before I was singing, I was dancing and dance groups and different things like that around the city and at the skating ring, and like I said, at the dances and the splash parties and the talent shows that we used to have around the area.
Right.
And another good friend of mine that used to dance in other groups named James. They call him Seashell.
Oh my gosh, Seashell, the singer. I remember Seashell. Where is Seashell?
I haven't seen him in a minute.
Oh my gosh. He could sing too.
He knew Steve and he knew me. And I had a barbershop back in the day, and he found me at the barbershop, and it was a comedy. What was that comedy place called? Comedy Corner, something like that.
Comedy Corner. Was it in West Palm?
West Palm, right.
I remember. Yes,
so they used to have open mic night.
Yes, they did.
James used to sing there. Steve used to sing there, and then he came and got me at the barbershop. He said, "Hey man, I got this dude. I'm trying to put together a group or whatever, and I would like for you to be in the group." And he took me down to the Comedy Corner, and I saw Steve. Me and him had already knew each other, but didn't know he sang.
Oh.
But he knew that I sang and danced and the music thing or whatever. And we got together and we started our little local group, and we started singing around town or the area, whatever. And
that's the group that Pat saw you with?
That's the group that Pat saw me with.
Oh, wow. Because Seashell, the last time I heard from him was a couple of years ago. And he was living in New York.
Okay.
And that was I want to say maybe over 7 years ago. I'm not sure.
Right.
But he was doing well. And I said, you need to, I hope you're still singing. Because he had a great voice.
Yeah. Absolutely.
Wow. It's just like you. Like you.
I appreciate it.
Well, it's the truth.
And yourself as well.
Thank you.
I know it's supposed to be
about you. It's about you.
I want to say congratulations to you on your new project.
Thank you.
Your new single that's out, that move thing. It's hard to like it.
Thank you. To God be the glory. It's been a long time coming.
That's what's up. I need to tell me about it.
What?
Tell me about it. Tell me about it. Tell me about it. No, tell me about it. I know.
Yeah, and you can't give up. You got to keep it. And see, that's what I tell people. No matter how long, as long as God blesses you, I'm just going to just say this to encourage people. No matter how long you've been doing something, as long as God blesses you with breath in your lungs, please continue to do it. I've had people say to me, oh, well, you wait to this, and this, and this. You get this. Let me tell you something. Age is nothing but a number. Because you got some people, I hate to say it, from 40 on up, act like, you know, they you know what I'm saying? I ain't going to say, I don't like to tell you nothing negative. Right. But it is what it is. So don't listen to those voices. Sometimes you have to walk this journey alone with just you and God. And trust me, it will pay off. It will pay off. So don't be discouraged. Don't be dismayed. God has your back. Keep your hands in God's hands. And whenever you feel like giving up, just keep on keeping on. Right. And I tell anybody that no matter what your dream is, you be the best that you can be in your dream. And remember that it is God's in your journey. Right. Everybody can't come with you on your journey. That's right. And my mother used to always tell me that, and I get it. I get it, Mom. Yeah, right. So that's wonderful. So how long were you and Seashell in that group before Pat discovered you?
Maybe like a year or two. I want to say a couple of years. It was kind of brief, you know what I'm saying? Because once she seen me and I went down to audition in Miami for the group. And of course I made it, and I had to leave them.
Right.
Go down there with the other group for like 3 years. 3.5 years or whatever, you know what I'm saying? But it was an amazing experience. Met a lot of people, learned a lot of things. And,
yeah, you do meet a lot of people, so that's for sure.
Learned how to professionally record and, choreography and radio promo and things like that. Because now it's podcast, but it used to be radio.
Right.
Radio promo. And the group I was with was getting ready to kind of do another project. But then some things happened with management and label and different things like that, and then it kind of never happened or whatever. Then I kept going. That's when I got into the band and started doing singing with the local band. Kind of met you, a few settings or shows or whatever.
Right.
And now I'm doing my original music as well.
Because that's where it is.
Right.
See, that's to me, and this is about you, and I'm keeping it about you, but that's where it all begins. Right. When you start releasing your own music, you can demand the money, not demand, but ask for the money, more money, because you are now officially a recording artist. Right. Because there's nothing wrong with singing cover tunes because they pay the bills. Right, exactly. But how far are you going to get with that? Right. You know what I'm saying? As far as getting accolades or whatever you're trying to get. But just demanding the money that we truly deserve, because people don't understand. They see the shine, they don't see the grind. Right. They don't see the hours of rehearsing. They don't see the phone calls. They don't see you're on FaceTiming each other trying to get this right. They don't see the contracts. They don't see dealing with all this other stuff that's going on. Studio recording and singing in the studio is totally different than performing live. So they don't see all of this stuff that's going on, getting prepared, mentally, physically prepared. It's grueling. Right. You know what I'm saying? Once you become that recording artist, you deserve the money that you're getting. Because you are now officially in that field. You know what I'm saying? Absolutely. So what are you doing now? So I see where you've come from. You started out dancing. And by the way, let me backtrack a little bit. What was the name of the dancing group? Because I remember the Raw Cats.
It was, I don't even remember. I don't even remember. Well, because, and it might be, I don't want to say the wrong thing, but it was years ago, and now that I'm trying to do this documentary and trying to think about all the
it's in the years go by so
fast. Right to where I am now, independent. But it might have been like Baby Moonwalkers. You know what I mean? Because I had another oldest brother, Jack Lewis, who they called him J5. He was a singer. I'm not a singer, but a dancer as well. And I had another nephew, which is my brother's son. One of my brother's sons, his name is James Lewis Jr. Okay. But he called himself Sir Duke. So my nephew Duke and Jack, J5, they used to have a group called the Moonwalkers.
Okay.
With Billy Donnell and them, DJ Red, R.I.P. to him.
Yes,
and Tim Moore, you know what I'm saying? And they used to have dance groups, you know what I'm saying? A dance group and going around dancing against other dancing groups. And I learned my dancing skills from watching them. And my brother Mark, he danced. He used to do the James Brown and all the splits and twists and all that stuff there. As I was a child, watching them and learning from them, seeing Mark sing, seeing my brother Jack and my nephew dance. You know what I'm saying? And then like I said, it was around me all the time. My mother played music all the time. She played blues, she played gospel, she played R&B, Motown, whatever. You know what I'm saying? So it's
just
in
surrounded
by it. You know what I'm saying?
Yes.
So I had no choice.
Yeah.
I had no choice. So and that's where I am today. Actually, I'm working on an EP that hopefully it'll be out next year, 2026. I dropped the EP already. That was before COVID. When COVID happened, it kind of
COVID killed a lot of stuff.
Messed everything up, you know what I mean? But if everybody can go to MR, that's capital M, R Productions, Say Yes, and you can catch my EP there. I have like 4 or 5 songs that I put out, and about 2 or 3 videos, music videos along with it. And
that's
so I'm working on this new follow-up, should I say, project.
Oh, that's
And then
nice.
this right here is for my documentary that I'm just getting footage of me telling my musical journey. And story. Yeah.
And that you never know how that will inspire people.
Right.
You know, not just with the music or, you know, the future generations or past generations or now generations. Anybody who has a dream. It doesn't have to necessarily be music, but just to see, because this is me in my mind, and I know everybody doesn't think like me, thank God, or say things like me, but I'll be like, God, if they can follow their dream, I can follow mine.
Right. Me too.
You know what I'm saying? That's how I would look at it, or, you know. But anyway, so we talked about the musical journey. I'm just going to touch and reflect a little bit on you being a barber. How did you become being a barber? How did that journey intertwines with you being a musician?
Well, when I was a teenager, and my mom used to take us to the local barber shop, Mr. Alex Sims, on Seacrest.
Oh, right is that Guansdom Day? Yes.
So he used to cut everybody, all the kids, city kids hair, whatever. So I got 15, 16 years old, started working, you know what I mean? And Mama started making me pay for my own hair.
I know that's right.
Shout out to Mom. I'm a very observant person. You know what I mean? So I watch everything. I know, you know what I'm saying? I see everything, whatever. So, and I like to learn. So as I'm getting my hair cut, I'm asking questions and watching other barbers cut, whatever. So when I graduated from high school, I had my first son at 16. Started cutting his hair, started cutting my own hair, whatever, and just kind of picked it up. And when I got out of the military, I went to barber school, got my barber's license, and started cutting and opened up a shop in West Palm Beach about some years ago. And when they're doing the regentrification stuff down in Palm Beach, the owner of the building sold the building or whatever, and got into the music. That's when I got into the local singing group.
Okay.
And started cutting hair part-time and singing and practicing and doing gigs around the city, and started doing that. And that's how I got started.
Okay, now.
Hair, yeah.
Wow. Now, how long did you cut hair, and how long did you have that shop?
Oh, man. I would say about 5 to 7 years. Before they started doing construction and different things like that, or whatever. The guy sold the building or whatever. But yeah. Then I went and did manage other barber shops and salons or whatever, and then kind of was doing the barbering and the music thing together. Then the music just kind of overtook that, and started doing that full time. Yeah. So.
You have a very unique story.
Yeah.
I remember when we met and we started talking and everything, because we was working together. And you was like, I'm a barber too. I never forgot that. Yeah. I was like, oh, okay.
I keep myself a little bit, I save a lot of money, doing
doing your own stuff. But you know what? You have always, y'all guys, let me just say this. MR has always been clean, with the jewelry, the clothes, and maybe that's why we clicked. Not saying that about myself, but he has always look nice when he comes out to perform, matching jacket, as you can see, shoes, jewelry, all that kind of stuff. And I just used to look when he would perform, I would just stand And I would be laughing. I'm like, you know what, you too much, you know, because he's an excellent performer as well as singer. And I remember that mostly, especially when we were the house band at New York Bar and Grill, rest Mr. Bob. So he was a great boss. He was fair. He was honest. He was true. And, you know, and he was just a great boss, you know. And I never forget when he was like, you know, MR, you know, he wanted me to come and sing in the house band. You don't have to audition. And I was like, well, I only know one MR because I hadn't seen you in a minute. It was a couple of years had passed by. And I hadn't seen you, and when I saw you, I was like, yeah, that's the same MR. And I was sitting out there, I was like, look at this guy performing. But you have always been different, unique, prolific. And I may have never told you in that sense, but I'm telling you now on national TV. Oh, yeah. I mean, you give credit where credit is due.
I try to have my own kind of style or whatever, you know what I'm saying? People say I look like so many different people as the guy came in today, you know what I'm saying, and but it's all good. You know, we all take from different people or different things or fashion or whatever, you know what I'm saying, just kind of put it in our own little you know, our own little style or whatever, and you know, represent with the hats and, you know, the bandana, you know, if you see me with my bald head, you know what I'm saying, you know what, and I always say when you do that,
but I always mostly have
my hats or whatever, you know what I mean.
But he's always had his own style, and I just think that he's a prolific performer. I mean, you set the bar high and you do your thing, and hey, it is what it is.
I appreciate it.
Oh yeah, most definitely. I mean, I've always said that's why I used to get tickled when you used to perform. I'm like, this boy right here is a mess. Meaning that you were good. You're good at what you do, and you can see the passion. It comes out when you're performing, and I just think you were amazing.
I appreciate that.
Oh yeah,
and you as well. You're an excellent performer yourself. You know what I mean. So you know, we all come from the same.
Yeah, we cut from the same cloth.
Whatever, you know what I mean.
Cut from the same cloth.
Unique and do our thing, and you know what I'm saying. And we just trying to do what we do. Use our God-given gift that He gave us.
That's right. You know because that's who gets it. Good man of the glory. That's right. Exactly.
Do it all.
Exactly. So, do you still barber on the side? Do you still cut hair for people?
Actually, I don't. I haven't did barbering in a good little minute because I'm doing the music thing. You know,
right.
So, yeah. So now I'm independent. So you know, by being independent, you got to do everything yourself.
Yes.
So you know, so it's been a real good experience. You know what I mean? And
that trade would never get old.
Right.
That trade.
Like I said, when I was down in Miami with that professional group for like 3.5 years, I learned a lot about the studio and equipment and the mixing board and recording and producing and, you know, all of that stuff, marketing and networking and things like that. So that's where I really learned gained my real knowledge of the music industry or the music business.
Right. And you will learn it as long as you're down
on a label and being independent. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
It's pretty much the same, but you know, being with the label, major label, you know, they have all the people.
They have the staff to do all of that because
that we're trying to do independently.
Yeah, but that's a good thing that they have people to help you because to do that, because we really should be just concentrating on the performing and the singing and the recording. That's enough itself.
Yeah.
So that's good to keep the artist's mind off of that, and that's good that they do that. But it's also good to know how to do it yourself. But it's a blessing that.
So this time around, as far as I said about doing my new EP project, which hopefully, like I said, sometime in 2026, I'm writing, producing, you know, recording at my own home studio at my crib that I can do that, and then still looking for other, you know, producers and writers or whatever maybe coming.
And that's good. You're saving money doing that in your studio.
To do it throughout time, like I said, from that time when I was in Miami. Because sometimes we used to record at home studio. Then we go to the big studio and record as well.
And dump all that stuff in the big studio,
But the pre-production came from home studios.
It sure did.
You know what I mean? And we got together and we got in the home studio and we brainstormed and did all the things that we need to do there and practice at the rehearsal hall. And then once we got all that down, then we went to the major studio and recorded and laid everything down. You know what I'm saying? And we got to prepare for mastering and mixing and all that. So.
Yeah, that's pretty much how it was done. back then, I think, with everybody. And you got into the DJ. How long have you been DJing? I heard you say you started out basically when you were doing the, you know, the groups and everything. But how long have you been doing the DJ? And I know you're doing that now a lot.
Right.
You're doing that a lot. So could you give us information about that and how can they reach you with the DJing? And you know.
Yeah, well, I started, like I said, one of my oldest brother, Mark, he DJed. So when I was a teenager, I would go along with him on his DJ gig. I would help him with the crates. I would when they had albums and crates and things like that.
But that's vinyl is the
right,
best.
you know what I'm saying? So I would help him, and you know, he would give me about $20, $30, $40 whatever from my pocket for helping him out or whatever. And you know,
and those crates are heavy.
Come on, man. And so he would just show me different things about DJing or whatever. And then, you know, he would maybe if I had to go to the bathroom or go do business with somebody else, he'll show me, man, just play this right here, man, and just when it stop, whatever, just hit this right here and go over there. That's all you do. You know, say don't touch nothing else. I said, all right, I got you, bro. But watching him, I learned the DJ skills, whatever. And then as time and technology
has changed
a
lot.
So now you don't have to have those crazy things. You got the Serato and things like that, you know, the computer, things like that. So just took all of that information and skills and brought it into today. And yeah, I DJ. If anybody need a DJ, y'all holler at me.
Okay, sounds like a goal. Yeah. So you do bar mitzvahs as well? Bar mitzvahs, you do everything?
I do whatever you want me to do. As long as the business right, and you know, you give me a theme or whatever, you know, what type of music, whatever's going on, and I got you.
Okay.
I got you.
And where do you see yourself going with the DJ? Do you want to keep doing that and your music? Or do you want to eventually cut that out, the DJing, and then do your music full time? What is it that MR wants to do?
Let me tell you a story. I'm doing DJing now. You know what I'm saying? Like I said, I've done all of it all together at once. But you know what? All of that stuff can be too much or too heavy on, you know, one person trying to do one thing and then really don't accomplish nothing. So kind of like focus on one thing and do that. Or when one thing doesn't kind of pan out or work out, then you kind of just go to the next thing. So for me, like I said, with music, it chose me. I didn't really chose it. So, but once it chose me and I got into it on a personal level, I fell in love with it. So I can't let it go. So I'm going to be doing music for the rest of my life, doing something.
I understand that.
I mean? So,
I understand that.
Yeah.
I get it.
So, like I said, when I was doing the band, and when karaoke was out, you remember karaoke?
Of course.
Karaoke
Come on now.
was big. You know, still kind of dying down a little bit, but it's still kind of going on, whatever. But I was a karaoke king at World Famous and around the city, you know.
Get out of here.
Yeah, before I started doing, after I let the band thing go, and we're kind of intermingling the
networking,
singing with the band, and then when karaoke was kind of started and got big, I kind of started doing that on the side as well. And like I said, I've just been in music some kind of way.
Dibbling and
dab, some kind of way. You know what I'm saying? So, but I don't know if you remember this. You remember when we used to work at the New York Bar and Grill? We was a house band there.
Yes.
And we had a conversation. I don't know if you remember this, but all the years and times that I was started in the music up until that time, you know, I've sang with different bands and things like that. And like I said, doing the karaoke thing, the professional band down in Miami was just a lot. So business ain't always been good. You know, people try to take advantage of you. They don't want to pay you, and you know how that side of it goes. You know what I'm saying? But that's part of
it's all in it, yeah.
I mean? So during that time, we were singing at the New York Bar and Grill. Me and the band I was singing with had already been there for maybe like a year, maybe.
Yeah, you guys were there a while before I came in. Yeah.
And I was on kind of like my last leg, so to speak, as far as being burnt out with the music, because I was just going, doing DJing in the studio, recording hooks for rappers, working on my own project, singing with the band, and just kind of, you know, the Blue Martinis and Ocean 11 down in Miami and South Beach, just everywhere, you know what I mean? And the bad business of it during that time was kind of getting to me. As far as me being burnt out as well. So, and it's a personal thing. It's a spiritual thing. So I would just say this here to you: kind of be careful for what you ask for, because God might give it to you.
Yeah,
you see what I'm
know,
saying?
we did have that conversation.
Right. So you know where I'm going with it.
Yeah,
right?
I know exactly where you're going with it.
And during that time, I had to ask God to kind of take me out of the music business or the music industry.
Right.
I was really burnt out and I was tired. I was just going back and forth with, like I said, different bands and directors and studios and things.
Dealing with all those personalities.
It wasn't what it
should have been.
Should have been, right? God took my voice. So I couldn't sing for a long time.
I remember that.
I couldn't sing for a long time. And I fell off the scene because I couldn't sing. So I stopped singing. Then, like I said, just kind of took a hiatus for a little bit and kind of got into the DJing. Don't really have to kind of use your voice for that. You know what I mean? Not as much as, you perform in the studio live performance.
It's a big difference.
So when you know what you're doing DJing, as long as you know what type of party it is, what type of music and equipment and presentation, you can kind of rock the crowd with the music. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
Without your voice, whatever. But I didn't know God was going to take my voice. But He took my voice and took me out of that for a little minute. But now He's blessing me back. I'm not 100% yet. But
it's okay. It's coming back. And it's going to come back better than it was.
Because years ago, I really couldn't talk. And I'm a veteran as well. So, shouts out to all the veterans. I know Veterans Day is tomorrow.
That's right. Veterans Day. I was going to say that. I'm sorry.
Veterans Day tomorrow. And my birthday is the day after tomorrow. So, Wednesday the 12th. So, I'm having a birthday. Y'all can kind of figure out on your own how old I am or whatever. That's on y'all.
17.
You know what I'm saying? So, so I got out the music industry for a little minute. When President Obama was president, he signed an order for veterans who wanted to go back and get their degree. You know what I mean? So I went back to school.
Good.
So I got my degree in criminal justice and business office management. And
congratulations.
And so I just got me a 9-to-5 and started working, you know what I'm saying, and then I'm DJing on the side just like I'm doing now. I still have a 9-to-5 right now. I DJ on the side, got my own home studio, working on my own project, my new EP that's hopefully be out, like I said, next year, 2026. Be on the lookout for it. And I got started in DJing, so I'm still doing it right now.
Yeah, I know you're still doing it, and he's big and good at it too. I see you doing your thing.
Y'all holler at me next year. I'm booked for the rest of the year. Thank God. So
look at
unless
God.
you're doing like Saturdays is mostly when people have certain things, you know what I'm saying, the weekend or whatever. But I'm available on Fridays and Sundays as well. But on my Saturdays, I'm booked until the beginning of the year. So,
that's a blessing.
That's a blessing.
Honey, one thing about God is He's an on-time God, and when one door closes, a better door opens.
Absolutely.
A better door opens. And sometimes He has to close that door in order for you to get to that door. That's amazing, because I do remember, I think I had called you, and someone wanted me to call you and to come in and sing a couple of tunes. And I called you and you was telling me about, you had lost your voice. And I was like, oh my gosh, because I can imagine just having a bad cold and you have laryngitis. That drives me crazy. But to actually go through that and see, one thing about the voice is that's the only instrument that you cannot buy on a shelf.
Right, that's right.
You can buy every instrument on a shelf except the voice.
Right.
So you have to take care of it.
You have to preserve it.
You have to preserve it.
I learned that as well too.
Yes, you have to preserve it, and I always tell people I never take it for granted.
Right.
There are certain things that I do before I sing or up to when I'm singing, because we do a whole lot of singing.
Right.
We may make it look easy, but it is not easy.
And that's what it was. I was just, like I said, I was just singing everywhere all the time, 7 days a week.
No, you have to rest
those
vocal cords. They're very delicate.
Yeah, so I was out there just trying to get my name out there.
Yeah.
You know how I go. You know what I'm saying, when you first start or whatever. So I've laid the basic ground work or foundation. You know what I'm saying. So people know me, and it's a bittersweet type thing, because since I haven't been singing in a while, people kind of know me from singing with the band and singing, at karaoke and things like that. And then I didn't tell anybody. So I kind of just like fell off the face of the earth, you know what I mean? And then people didn't see me for a minute because when I went to school, that's all I was doing. So for
right, you had to
4 or 5
concentrate.
years, I was doing that, you know what I mean? And then right before COVID, that's when I kind of started getting back into the music thing, when voice started coming back, and so an EP that I kind of had already done that I was going to release before doing the time of COVID, and I did it right before COVID, like 2020, and COVID happened, of course, you know, COVID. Right. So, but it's out. You can go, like I said, you can go to MR Productions, Say Yes, and the music. And
is that the name of the is? So how do they get to it?
The single is
what's the name of it?
The company is MR Productions, but the single is Say Yes.
Say Yes.
And so if you put in MR Productions with the S, Say Yes, and that particular singular song with the video will come up, and then other songs
will follow up after it. Okay, so I think you should get that on all the major platforms as well.
Well, actually it is.
Oh, good. Can they also find it on Apple Music and stuff like that?
Not Apple, but Spotify.
Yeah, tell them.
Pandora, YouTube.
Because I'm definitely going to support you.
And I think, that's pretty much it. Spotify,
Pandora,
YouTube.
Okay, that's good. That's good. Okay, and that means a lot because that's really nationwide, and anybody can go on there and listen to it. Now it's streaming, right?
Yes.
Perfect.
Yes, go out and check me out. Yes. And my social media, Facebook, Instagram is EM/AR. That's the only way we had to do that. I was telling you about that earlier, to get my social media page, because MR Productions was already taken.
Gotcha.
So people know me from MR, which is my name, my initials, Matthew Randall. For people that know me, people from the city or area,
I love that MR. It's different. Yeah, that's.
So I had to kind of do it that way or whatever. But yeah, you go to MR Productions, Say Yes, it'll come up, and check me out.
Oh yeah, I definitely will, because like I said, I didn't know that you had. I knew you were working on something, but I didn't know if it was finished or what, because it takes time, and money, to do that kind of stuff. And it's just about having the right connections at the right time, because now it's kind of easier, I think, to get stuff going, but stuff has changed so much in the industry. It has changed a great deal,
and life be life, and I would just say this here too. Like I said, right before COVID, when I was getting ready to put out the project, and then COVID hit, and we still kind of put it out, but my manager passed from COVID.
Oh my gosh, I'm so sorry.
My nephew, which was my computer tech, my niece's husband, shouts out to them, Joe and Terrence, you know what I'm saying? They passed away from COVID. And then I was working with another producer guy, Rodney, from Fort Lauderdale, and he passed as well. So it was like doing this stuff, and then these things happening, I'm making progress, and then you get those setbacks like that or whatever. And now I'm independent. You know what I'm saying? I was independent then, but I'm by myself now, kind of just working on it myself.
But you're not by yourself. The good man is above, and he's watching. He knows. He sees all. And he don't sleep or slumber. And he will open the door. He will provide and put the right people. And sometimes it's not always the people who you think is gonna be, has been there. You know what I'm saying? Because once things start happening, that's when you kind of see how people are, and we ain't got to go there. But you know what I mean? So he'll put the right people, and most of the time they're strangers.
Right. I ain't sweating it. You know what I'm saying? Like I said, I'm taking my time. I'm doing it myself. I'm co-producing and co-executive producing. You know what I mean? So if anybody else that God sends me and it comes in and it helps with that, you know what I'm saying, then that's that. But until then, I'm doing everything myself, and we'll see what happens.
Oh yeah, it sounds like you pretty much have everything where it is. So let us know, tell us where we can find you. You just said Facebook. Are you on Instagram as well?
Well, Facebook is attached to Instagram.
To your Instagram. What is your Instagram? So it's the same thing.
Same
okay,
thing.
what?
EM-AR. That's for social media. But for my music on the streaming platform, it's MR Productions, Say Yes.
Okay, are you on TikTok as well, or?
My daughter trying to get me on TikTok. And, you know, a lot of people telling me to get on TikTok, but I am, because that's where we are right now.
Yeah, and TikTok has been, and I did not know TikTok was sold. So a lot of things have changed on TikTok. I mean, I didn't know, you know, my production team was telling me that. And I'm like, really? There's like, yeah, it's been sold, and it's just so much stuff, you know, that is different on there now. And I said, okay, because I didn't have a TikTok page for a long time, you know, because I didn't really know how to work it myself. But once the production team came in and they set everything up, but yeah, they said that it's a lot of stuff has changed on TikTok.
Now I'm going
but you still should get TikTok as well.
Started too as well. I'm finna start going live, you know, with my DJ stuff, my DJ set. And
yeah, I see you be going live. Yeah.
Yeah. So you know what I mean. So yeah.
Cool.
Then in the studio, whatever. I mean, start going live, just giving you guys different clips of what I'm doing and what I'm working on or whatever. You know what I mean.
Right.
Until it's finished. Yeah.
Right. So tell us, where do you see yourself in the next 5 years or more with this music? Do you see yourself continuing? Like you said, it's in your blood. It chose you. It usually chooses us. And where do you want to go with it? What is your goal? What is your ultimate goal for this?
You know, that's a good question, because I never did have a goal. Like I said, He chose me, so I was just in it, and however God was taking me through those experiences, band, and karaoke, and studio, and different things like that. So since I've been in it, I love music. I love music. Now that I've had a taste of recording my original music,
right,
that was not per se the goal or the dream, but the journey of coming from dancing, coming from singing in the church, and then singing with the local group, and then singing with the professional group, and then singing with the band, and then doing karaoke, and then going into the studio and doing hooks for rappers, and with the professional group, R&B songs, and now I'm doing my own project. I just want to do good music, you know what I'm saying? I want to continue to do what I love, which is music, and just work on my music and put it out, and hopefully everybody check it out and like it and support it, and that's basically it with the music. Still, I'm gonna be doing something in music for the rest of my life, whatever that may be. You know what I mean?
Right.
And that's just what it is. Yeah.
Right. I mean, I thank God that it is, and I vaguely remember you dancing because I was too busy singing. So
that was my younger days. That was in my
I know, but I'm saying in our teen years, that's what we were doing. We were doing music. And I remember the Raw Cats, I remember the Raw Dogs, Take Five, and all this kind of stuff. Take Five, hey. But I remember that because we would all usually be like on the same venues. You know what I'm saying? And I remember us doing I would do the Black Awareness with Miss Sims, rest her soul. And I had her son here. Man, she did a lot for Boynton. And I was honored when she would call me to sing. I'm like, I'm from Derby. She was like, so. You know what I mean? So what? You know, so I would come in, and it was just amazing. And I had Javaro on here and interviewed him, and he was talking about his mom and everything.
Yeah, that's what's up.
So, you know, there you have it, everybody. It's a wrap. And I want to say this. I should have said it in the beginning, but I forgot. But thank you for reminding me. To all the vets who have served, who have lost their lives, we want to send prayers to all the vets who have lost their lives, to your beautiful, beautiful families. May God continue to give you all love, peace, and understanding. Most of all, understanding. When prayers go up, blessings are coming down. Thank you for your service to this beautiful, beautiful country and nation that we live in. Thank you so much. Happy Veterans Day tomorrow. And we should treat every day like Veterans Day. We thank you for Evan. He's a veteran as well. So we thank you, MR, for your service. Thank you so much. Thank you so much. And thank you again, Diaspo TV. Thank you again, Mr. Allen. Thank you again, Mr. Donald. And go check out his music again. Say it again for us to
Productions. Say yes on YouTube. EM-AR on social media, Facebook and Instagram. And that's where you can find me and follow me.
All right. And if you need a DJ, they can find you on the same social media.
Same social media.
All right.
Same social media.
There it is. Oh, you welcome.
Alan, thank you for having me.
You welcome. You welcome.
It's my girl, man. It's my girl.
Oh, you're so sweet. So we're gonna say good night.
Good night, everybody. Good night.
Good night, everybody. God bless. Mwah.